Breaking news on Book 2 is Better. Did you see that Trump and Shapiro are staging an all-white performance of Hamilton on the White House lawn?
Is it an intermission as the UFC fight?
Yeah, it's Jake Paul commentating a UFC fight.
I love seeing a coked out Jake Paul sweating through his actual blazer in a press conference.
Man, it's so fucking wild. There's so much stuff like that I see online, and then I have to re-Google to make sure it's not a meme.
Well, or make sure it's not AI. I keep getting caught in the AI traps.
Okay, old man.
It's true. But the best
That's
is now I turned into an ultimate. I almost turned into a Trumper by accident because I denied a real news story to Angela that was like, that has to be AI. There's no shot. And I was proven wrong. It was when people kept throwing snowballs at cops in like Bryant Park.
Did you see the famous video a few years back when someone decked Michael Rappaport in the face with a snowball?
Yes. Oh my God.
That was unbelievable.
How about the Rappaport family, man? What an interesting group of people. Yeah, big true that.
Yeah.
Would you take an offer from Barstool Podcast Network if they gave us a cash offer to buy the pod?
For sure.
You're such a sellout.
Would you not?
You're a sellout.
I mean, if you'd picked like something really heinous, but just a dog whistly kind of potentially sexist podcast network. But we could fix it.
We could fix it.
Bring in the Bernie Bros. I could convince some of those guys. Some of them I couldn't,
You think you can make them change?
My theory on Barstool Boys, sort of like both the employees and the type of boy who loves Barstool, is that they don't have thoughts. They don't have, like, maybe they lean right based on vibes, but they've never really thought about anything. It's all like cultural affiliations, and we can win those people over.
There is a type of person who has just been laughing at jokes for the majority of their life and never really thought about them, but thinks they're funny. Yeah. And at some point you know what usually happens? That person ends up dating like a hipster lib girl and has to confront their past prejudices and overcome them. At least that's what the rom-coms would show.
Yo, just learned about sexism. That shit sucks.
Yo, you know women used to not be able to vote? That shit cray.
That shit sucks, man.
Shit booty.
Oh, to be clear, there's no all-white adaptation of Hamilton. I just wanted to see if you'd go for the bit, much like you fall for AI. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Wait, did you believe it?
I kind of, like, not really, but kind of like, but that's how every day is. Like I woke up this morning and saw that Erica Kirk has been appointed to the leadership for the Air Force. And it's like, you know what?
Has she?
Yes.
What the fuck, man?
Like, you know what? Yeah, sure. Whatever. Like, yeah, whatever at this point. I'll take it.
We might be on Obitium.
Yeah.
It's starting to look more and more like it every day.
What's
up,
Is that
man? Enough? Or do you want to... I heard you've been addicted to a brand new drug called Slay the Spire 2 beta version.
Yo, dude. I didn't know how much that was going to take away from my life in the past week.
Did you slay the first Spire?
I've never slayed a Spire, but I have a couple of good friends who, have been OGs and keep playing it. And what a great little roguelike card builder, if that's the right way to describe it.
Deck builder.
There you go. Yeah, it's awesome. It rocks.
OG. Yeah, I made the mistake of like downloading the mobile version over Christmas, and there was a lot of time sitting with my in-laws where I was just up swiping that iPhone when everyone else was talking.
That's brutal. Yeah, I mean it's great. I texted you this week that like I'd be between meetings and just be like, oh, let me just start a quick run. And it's like, oh God, I just lost an entire work day. What's wrong with this? But no, that game rocks.
And meanwhile, I'm building the world's most beautiful Pokemon village in Pokopia.
All I can think of is Tyler the Creator, Chromacopia.
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 Extremely different vibes.
But room for a crossover, I think.
Maybe he does like a Fortnite concert type thing.
Can I tell you the bad crossover that I was late night coming off of a little hallucinogens post concert last night, thinking through
Hit me.
this pod? I tried to get AI to pull all of the Maya Mortal text from the Harry Potter fanfic and rewrite part 3 of Strength of the Few.
That's I guess it would have been kind of funny.
It
James
wasn't that
Islington in
good.
the style of Bloody Wrist 666.
Yeah. The problem is, like, it just can't capture the pure, unadulterated, like, buffoonery of that fanfic. Like, there's just
No,
no way.
that's
There's no way to replicate it.
AI's not advanced enough.
No.
Yeah, the teenage emo mind is somehow the most complex of all human minds.
It really is. It really
Yeah.
is. Well,
Maybe we'll make a little photo of Viz in a good Charlotte shirt or something.
yeah, when we launch our YouTube version of the podcast, which we need to do soon.
Soon come.
Soon come.
Although anyone who's listening to this probably doesn't care about a YouTube version, but some people do. Okay.
Let's pod.
That's enough of that bullshit.
The
Let's do
people
it.
have been clamoring because we're also a week late. Sorry for anybody who
Yeah.
actually really cares about us.
Hey, life happened.
Yo, a lot of life happened. We're going to have some good life updates next episode to share.
Both subject to strict NDAs.
Yeah. Yeah,
But once the
legitimately.
term of those expires next episode, I can't wait to tell everyone what's going on in our lives.
Wow.
I have
Yay.
cancer. Okay. So I didn't do a summary. That's
Man,
the
neither of
deal.
us did. And I know
But
actually the summaries might be the best part of our podcast, but we're just going to work through it today. So
we're
bear
going to
with
play
us.
the music, and we're going to do it in the style of free jazz. We're going to trade solos. We've done this once before, and it went horribly. But are you cool? Are you ready mentally?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm doing mine.
Let's do it, and then we'll get
pentameter,
to our thoughts about this, our complicated thoughts about this third book. Okay. A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Part 3 of The Strength of the Few by James Islington. And for reasons that are unknown to the listener, I'm going to start with Rez.
Vis is covered in blood and iron triangles, and he's on the run in the middle of a war zone. Diago is a killing machine.
His best friend Aiden is caught behind enemy lines.
No.
And his dad wants Viz to do something about it. And he does.
Iqua, one of our
Iqua.
fastest growing and favorite characters, is squished like a bug. In response, Vis builds himself a human exoskeleton and conducts a prison break for his family.
You might wonder why Iqua's head was squished like a bug. Well, we do too. And we're going to get into that. Well, in a scene that is bizarrely off screen, Viz's whole family gets thrown in prison.
No.
As part of the war that we see none of.
Yes.
And he's got to break those bad boys out.
He breaks half of them out, leaves one behind. YOLO.
Well, yeah, because one of them may be a terrorist. But
she's not his real mom.
Yeah. First of all, not my real mom. Second of all, might be a terrorist.
Yeah. Later on, Diago, dog, takes a spear and a bullet for Aiden, saving his life for no particular reason.
Important note. Aiden was going to take a bullet for Viz. Diago took a bullet for Aiden. They were like a big bullet sandwich.
Get down, Mr. President.
It's a club sandwich, and the spear was the little toothpick.
Oh, that's a really good visual metaphor.
And then Viz uses his giant metal triangles to form a big stupid beacon to call down the god of chaos, and it works.
He certainly does. Here's a little air. I'm hiding in the middle of a war zone. Here's a nice little convenient arrow in the sky.
I like that Ka is probably just like a bum.
Yeah.
I've just been kicking it. Okay. Anyways, eventually, this section ends with Viz becoming the head of a brand new 80,000 person zombie army, and Aiden, once a conscientious objector for 3 paragraphs, is kind of fine with it.
Please don't activate the zombie army. Oh, it's okay.
I still love you.
Still love
Everyone
you,
does things
brother.
we don't like.
One
And
small note, his entire family's not dead. Who cares? Nothing
who
matters.
cares? And on Lucium, Papa has
Pop,
returned.
Papa, tell me about the three worlds, please.
Unfortunately, Papa, kind of alive, but kind of not. He's a
Yeah.
zombie being kept alive by an
Is it a
amulet.
convenient way to write a book where everybody's a living zombie and never actually dies? Yes.
It is, but it is justified in world. So why are you being rude,
It's
Travis?
true. It's true.
Next up,
Vision Quest, Fornax edition.
as I thought, the name Fornax is weird and the place is weird. It's a giant underwater city that rises up for yet another challenge slash test slash trial that Islington seems to be incapable of not writing.
Luckily, he befriends a statue, merges himself to it, and gets carried out away from all the scary monsters that are trying to kill him. He
And his
also
reward? An arm
and a silver arm and harmonic will imbuing powers
that he
that he doesn't
snap
understand.
discovers, even though he discovered it through science earlier.
Another nameless druid gets stabbed in front of him. I've lost track of who they are at this point, and
He's dead set on not having a druid mentor.
certainly
He
not.
keeps killing them.
Galchabar is a bit of a dick and takes him
Not a
captive.
nice guy.
Thankfully,
And
Tara immediately breaks him out of prison.
another prison break.
Prison break, and instead of running like 400 more feet to her entire family and a defended castle, decides to duel Galchabar in the middle of a field and loses.
And per the terms of that duel, Galchabar gets Viz and Tara, and then because he's a fucking lunatic, doesn't really respect the terms of that deal, ends up killing the king,
No.
which feels obvious in retrospect.
Yeah. And Viz gets tummy stabbed, which is really painful.
And yeeted to the bottom of the lake with his arm, his beautiful trophy arm as ballast. Fortunately,
Thankfully,
who comes moonwalking across the bottom of the lake but his dead dad? Wow!
Son, I'm here. I've been hiding in the lake all along.
And in an act of noble sacrifice, he takes off his zombie amulet and puts it on Viz.
One might call it a farcical aquatic ceremony.
What the fuck are you talking about? Okay.
I wish
And
you understood
Viz-
that Monty Python quote. I'm really disappointed right now.
Damn. Sorry. My parents wouldn't let me. Too many atheist themes.
Oh.
And Viz emerges from the water like a some sort of ancient titan slash Moses slash Jesus and kills Galchabar with his new, very strong, very scary metal arm that he could control with his mind.
Silver hand, and single-handedly wins the war. One last reveal, King Roark, the bad guy, is really Sea-Roar, who says, I'm really a good guy, I promise. And that's the end of this part.
Have been trying to kill you, but trust me, I'm good.
It's all
I'm not
good,
going to
bro.
try to kill you anymore. And finally, on Obitium,
Egypt.
welcome to Egypt. If you weren't sure, you should be now. Viz tries to just bomb his way into the Temple of Ka, makes a critical mistake by destroying a bridge he's standing on, falls into the slime river, conveniently washes up at the feet of Netocrat, who finally has an actual plan to get him into the temple, which is to sacrifice her zombie daughter because she ain't coming back. Inside the Temple of Ka, do we expect resistance? Yes. Do we get it? Fucking not really. All it involves is climbing about a mile of stairs, stepping up to a pedestal, and stabbing a sleeping man in the chest. And thus ends the strength of the few. I keep wanting to say the will of the many, but it's the strength of the few.
Wow. What an ending. Here we are. What a journey.
Sorry for taking Obitium by the horns. I felt the coffee kicked in. I was ready.
That was good. I mean, truly, that's everything that happened on Obitium. So 30-second summary.
2 sentences. Well, how'd you feel, bud?
You know, a little disappointed. I would be lying if I kept it fully positive and said that I'm
gonna keep it a buck with you, fam.
I'm gonna keep it a buck 50, maybe. That I was really hyped coming into this book. I thought part 1 was actually pretty strong. And I think the ending was fairly weak, and I feel a little dissatisfied.
The start of the book was like a delicious bowl of queso that gets brought
Oh,
out before your meal, and then the rest was like if my wife ordered for me and she just got me 3 hard shell tacos at a Tex-Mex restaurant, which we have fought about before. Not an
three
acceptable order.
three vegetable hard shell
Oh, that's
tacos
vile.
with just like the little green roasted green peppers in
Yeah,
them
I
and
know
some
that they're
onions.
on the menu and saying, like, you can't order 3 hard shell tacos is crazy because they make them, but, like, absolutely not. Come
I mean,
on.
that's a Taco Bell order. That's not a Matt's El Rancho order.
I would argue it's not even a Taco Bell order. If it
I
comes,
mean,
like, as a side, if you get a meal and it's like, "We'll throw in a hard taco for free," chow down.
I saw a YouTube short the other day that was like, one of those like weight loss advice hacks, and they were trying to convince you that Doritos Locos Taco Bell tacos were a great use of your caloric intake for the day.
It's very Jared from Subway core.
Yeah.
I had foot-long meatball subs for 4 years every day.
I couldn't shit for weeks. Helped me lose a lot of weight.
Man,
Oh, man.
unfortunately, it made me a pedophile.
Yeah.
Jared
Ugh,
didn't talk like that at all.
no, poor
Um,
Jared. Not poor Jared,
damn,
poor Jared victims. That's what I meant to say.
we okay, we got sidetracked. We were trying to talk about the book.
Yeah, okay. I didn't feel great. I think I'm struggling a little bit generally with the limitations of single POV fantasy at this point. I'm going to be honest. We've read about
Yeah, man.
9,000 straight pages of single POV, and I'm flat sick of it, Avery.
I I'm trying to think, like, in all my time reading series that are single POV, the only one that I've read that I felt like wouldn't have been improved by changing it is Farseer Trilogy.
I was literally thinking the same thing. Like,
And and I think, like, because she's such a uniquely talented writer and is, like, able to make characters so quickly from a single it's not even it's like you shouldn't take that advice and be like, "Robin Hobb did it." It's like, Robin Hobb did it because she's fucking unbelievable, and maybe you
yeah,
should consider whether you have her talents or not. Like, I don't know, like, she's just a very uniquely gifted writer. But, like, for the most part, yeah, like, all this stuff I think would have been more interesting if we'd gotten in other people's heads.
yeah. There's also just like an accelerated version of the Hadrian issue with secondary characters and his friends, where
Mhm.
they get built up, but they come and go so jarringly and irregularly that like you're just kind of burnt out by the end. Like I got so pumped for part one Roar relationship. He just disappeared. Like
True
The Iqua thing's
unbelievable.
obviously a good twist, like the Iqua thing, but like also come on, man. What did that actually
Well,
serve?
I'm gonna save my gripes for that when we get to the res. But yeah, it's like, I don't know who we got closer to in this book.
That's what I mean. I mean, Terra
It
maybe,
was like
like
yeah, but Tara's new, so,
sure,
that's good, but, like, Aiden, I feel a lot less attached to than I did before. Amissa was barely in this book.
right.
Equal got her head squished. Kiskor barely in
I don't
this book.
I don't
Like,
think Okliskar had a speaking line until the last like 30 pages.
yeah. I guess that yeah, I mean, I guess, like, Ostius took a step forward as opposed to being unnamed villainous man with scar, like,
Sure.
um,
But
and he's intriguing, like,
yeah, but like we only
but
know his
I don't
basic
know, man.
backstory and not even much about motivations or anything else. So yeah, and not to harp on it because we're going to talk through all this, but yeah. And then the other thing I think just from a large thematic perspective that I'm struggling with is like the power scaling feels completely out the window where in some sections you have to like study and learn the art of the blade and harmonic imbuing is like a theoretical and scientific process, and in other sections you just touch a statue and you have the
Just go on
power.
vibes, man.
And
Yeah.
it feels really feels really inconsistent and
Yeah,
not
it
as
is odd
exciting.
because, like, if you go back to the very start of the Will of the Many, like, you get a pretty tidy breakdown of the will system, and then we get, like,
Mhm.
the scene where Olkiskor is explaining, how does a transvect work? How much will is it gonna take? How can it be
Yep.
done efficiently? It feels like it's gonna be this sort of mathematical scientific thing, which I don't know how I feel about, but it's at least
Sure.
interesting. But it hasn't actually like played out in that way throughout the series. Like it's
Yeah.
become squishier and squishier, I think.
Yeah. I mean, he started out, it felt like he was trying to develop a hard magic system, like a
Hmm.
Sanderson Mistborn vibe. And then it became whose line is it anyway, where the rules are made up and the points don't matter.
Yeah. Once you once you start introducing a zombie army with cascading and like exponentially increasingly efficient will or whatever, like
That
anything's
shit
possible,
broken.
man.
That shit
That
broke.
shit OP. Did I just
OP.
break the game? Use
Oh.
this hack to control 80,000 zombies in Pokobia.
Yeah.
YouTube
They need a
slot
hot
toys.
fix in this world.
Dude, Islington, push a patch note, man. My other just like high level thought is I guess this is building on the character stuff, but I sometimes feel like this book was strangled by its own plot.
Yeah.
Um, and it's not, I don't know. I was trying to think through some sort of mini essay about where this has gone wrong. You cut me off if this isn't interesting. I'm going to
I'm
try to give
I'm
these thoughts now. Okay.
I'm ready. This is what I
He
want.
Okay, Islington is like a Sanderson acolyte. We know that. And how familiar are you with like Sanderson's laws of magic?
Me?
Yeah.
Pretty intimately.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. We've talked about him a
Okay, I
lot.
thought you were saying that sarcastically. No, I
No.
believe you. I just the way you said it, maybe. Okay. Well,
I feel
my
like I feel like my boss was like interrogating me there for a second.
no, sorry. It's just your tone. I was like, I thought you were like, of course I know
I thought it
Sanderson's
was a
laws of
rhetorical
magic.
question, you know?
Um, Anyways, I won't get into like what all of them are, but at least my sense of them is that it's sort of a way of avoiding Deus Ex Machina problems.
Mhm.
Like when you introduce magic, how can you actually have conflict in a story, right? Like if you give someone godlike power, then it always ends up like, well, why didn't you just blow this guy's head off with a ball of lightning or something? Like, so I think the rules are in place to like put limitations on the magic so that the story still has tension and you don't get that reader reaction like, why the
Right.
fuck didn't he do that earlier? Um, Hylington is like obeying these rules for the most part, but it's still leaving me with that same feeling, which is like, well, where the fuck did this come from?
Well,
Like when his dad
he
is
sets a frame.
moonwalking to him on the bottom
Yeah.
of a lake, it still gets me to that same bad place, which is I'm not buying this, even though it's like all justified and foreshadowed. And I'm having a hard time figuring out why it feels that way, other than the plot is too mechanical and there's too much happening and it needs to breathe and feel more like real life, not like bullet points that you've been laboring over.
Yeah. I mean, part of it is that it feels like he's abusing his own framework.
Hmm.
Right? Like, one of them is like birthright on res, right? Which just
Yeah.
immediately doesn't matter. But like you created this whole framework that's supposed to be a moral underpinning of society. It's weird that he introduces a framework and then ignores it or creates
Yeah.
a plot to avoid the actual implementation of the framework in
Yeah.
any interesting way. Like if birthright was actually enforced at any point in the two books, it would actually be really interesting. Like,
Yeah.
but it never has. It's brought up all the time,
And
but like we've never seen a punitive measure for anybody breaking it. Um,
right.
and I think similarly with like the Yunctus and the whole idea that when they seed back to the person, they're seeding more energy than they cost. So it's like
Hmm.
it's a self-perpetuating machine in that
Yeah.
sense. That rule makes sense, but then it feels so abused by the end of this book where it's like, and now you have a full like nuclear power system
Yeah.
arsenal that's been hiding under the rocks for 100 years. Like, what the fuck?
That I was thinking, I was going to say something along similar lines, but it's way stupider. I think the gist of it is like foreshadowing something doesn't make it justified or not
Sure.
dumb.
Yeah.
And I was going to point to the old Alupi problem.
Yeah.
Early in the Will of the Many, someone has a throwaway line that says, like, there are Lupi on these islands. Isn't that nuts? But that doesn't make it feel less dumb when I run into an Alupi. I'm still like, why the fuck do I have a pet wolf? I know that it's foreshadowed. I know that it's justified by the text. It still feels bad.
Yeah, or like on that exact same line, "Oh, a loopy might
Yeah.
have feelings and a bit of intelligence we don't understand," and then it's fucking taking a bullet for Aiden.
He's not dead, right? Diego?
No, no, he seemed
No.
weirdly alive. That was how we left it. He's like, "Oh, I guess he's more fine than I thought he'd be."
If you look down at his little paw, there's a healing
Oh,
amulet.
oh.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Okay.
all right. Well,
That's
enough
that's
meta.
enough non-specific talk about the book, I think.
Yeah, let's pick out some fun. We've done the summary, so we've covered a lot, but we should pick out some fun parts to talk about from each of these sections.
I think I'm gonna propose our machete order here. I'm gonna
Okay.
propose Viking Land,
Okay.
then Obitium, then Res. What do you think? Because
I
I
love it.
don't think we can discuss Death of Ka last. I think that has to
No,
come before Res.
I agree.
Okay.
But I would also like to preface our entire discussion with a little bit of Latin corner. Um,
Ooh, hold on. I got to do King Tut corner a little bit.
you get the King Tut corner. Also, Welsh corner is Viking land, which is exciting. I did look up
Oh, you
some of
could.
the.
I know I'd been saying Gaelic, and I knew in the back of my mind that there was a good chance I was wrong. Thank you for
It seems
confirming
like a
that.
Gaelic Welsh mix, and I was reading online some native speakers are able to understand it. A lot
Oh,
of the
cool.
Cimmerian or whatever Cimmerian, um,
Cimbrian.
Cimmerian, yeah, and
Wait, the Aiden's place?
yep, Aiden's place slash Lyceum, and it's
Mhm.
yeah, it's interesting. So shout out to that for at least trying. My funny thing is that in Latin pronunciation, V's are commonly actually pronounced as W's in our common language. So instead of vis for this entire book, we really should be calling him Weiss.
Weiss.
And I just think that's
Weiss,
fantastic.
no!
Weiss.
Yeah, I
Rotting
like that.
gods, Weiss. So anyway,
Transwect.
Transwect.
Transwect. Stupid.
Oh,
Stupid.
that's good. Oh my god. All right. Anyway, on to Viking land.
Papa's back, man.
Papa's totally back. I
Hey,
kind of love that
can
he
I say
gets this.
something
Yeah,
nice?
yeah, yeah.
Nice to see his back with his dad.
I thought this was
He's
fun.
just a kid.
This was a good start to me actually. Like Tara is
Yeah.
a hottie. I like her. His farm family he thinks is dead, but obviously comes back later, which I don't know, felt important.
But his dead may
Um,
never die.
he gets a nice little lore dump, to which his response is like, "Oh," which I thought was funny.
No?
Oh, Nani? Um,
I wonder if my other selves are jacking off right now.
yeah.
I kind of feel it.
The one thing that I do think is funny is he kind of asks like, "Why don't we reveal the hierarchy's secret?" Uh, and the argument is like basically the same as the chantry in Sun Eater, where it's like nobody would ever believe us. It's
Have you tried?
yeah.
Another flavor of that is when they're talking to God damn, I'm a dumb idiot. What's the principal's name? Viridius.
Viridius.
They're talking to Viridius and they're like, hey, why are you working on this like completely in isolation, not with anyone? He's like, man, the politics of it would be fucked.
Yeah.
Too much
But
groupthink.
but these 3 18-year-olds, man, they're gonna figure it out.
Hate bureaucracy, love teenagers. Sounds
The Republican conservative motto right there.
I know. I was gonna say that feels a little too close to home,
I
doesn't it?
know. I know.
My
Oh
goodness.
man. Anywho, so part of this mission here on his way to war is to go to Fornax, the secret city, which is pulled physically out of a lake, which is actually pretty badass. And
very visually cool. I got
very
to give
visually
him
cool.
that.
Yep. Loved it. Really enjoyed it. I also loved walking in like hundreds of imbued statues. They're all creepy and
Yeah.
obsidian, classic labyrinth vibes.
Yeah.
What did you think of the pool full of weapons challenge?
Well, yeah, it was just like a million Nightbloods from Stormlight, except they all hate him.
They're unworthy.
Unworthy. Okay, I'm worthy of something. Can I have like a pair of scissors?
I love talking swords, man. I
Yeah, it's pretty
fucking
good.
adore them.
This is like a classic Islington set piece, a la
Yeah,
Chariot Race, where when it started, it was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Another test?" But then when I started reading it, was pretty fun,
it was fun.
you know?
I thought the scene was
Yeah.
actually a lot of fun, and it
Yeah, it
also
was a good
made
time.
sense, like, he already had his imbued weapon, which was outside, and,
Yep.
like, kinda makes sense why none of the weapons liked him in that sense. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I actually enjoyed the, like, bonding with a weapon thing until the weapon just got destroyed later on for no reason, and it
Yeah.
became uncool again. But,
Um, and the whole, like, essentially the alarm bells going off when it's discovered that he's synchronous was
yeah.
fascinating and pretty scary.
Can we talk about how lame it is to build up a whole plot that he inherited a warrior spirit through a spear or a staff, and then we're just never gonna talk about that again?
I mean, he set up 2 humble druid mentors and killed both of them. I think it's
Yeah,
just a flavor of that. Nothing that just happened before is going to matter.
it's true. But the
Yeah,
big
that
fun
is
part
really
here is
dumb, dude. I wanted him
it
to
is.
harness the power of that fucking dead guy.
Right, or, like, learn or I don't know, like, what a weird
Humble ghost mentor. Think about
like,
that.
part of me is just like, why include that? No, I hadn't thought about it much as I was reading it, but now I'm like, why would
Why
you
do anything, man?
no.
Why
Anywho,
write a book?
what's the point of
Why do
why are
I
we doing
wake
this?
up
Okay, and just
to
because it's
spread the
7 a.m. where you
it's for me, it's to
yeah,
spread the gospel
the
of
good word.
Pocopia.
Chromapocopia.
Okay. So he makes it out of Fornax with
A
an arm.
silver arm.
I feel like it's very dog-like. I found a bone.
Look at me. Look at
Yeah,
me,
it comes up.
papa.
Yeah. I think the general feeling from Lear as he makes it out is, damn, it's not really supposed to be that hard.
Yeah, he's like, whoa, wait.
I know it's tough, but Jesus, I think you got a different test.
It's like I had to play foundation.
The imbued statues just fucking did a hip hip hooray with me and carried me through.
Yeah. Getting carried out was such a vibe. But we're not really able to celebrate the Fornax achievement because Lear is
Oh,
just immediately murdered.
do we want to discuss him just like snap intuitively discovering mind control when Searoar had been working on it for fucking 6 years in the
Yeah,
other
let's
world?
talk about just touching things and making them do your bidding.
Now that's not Sanderson's laws. I
No,
think
and
that's punishable by I don't know community service under Sanderson's laws.
okay, not to go back to the whole meta thing here, but two problems I have. One is the inconsistent application of learning will across these worlds, which is embodied here. The other is it felt like he was trying to set up like a point about morals where each Vice goes to a different world and has like a different experience with
Yeah,
how they think about like death and their actions and like Obidium Vice has to like kill people and stab people to get things done, and then like Riss, he's all about like, oh, I've never killed anyone, and just like
yeah,
Lucium's all about honor and like Viking spirit. But then all of it just gets so fucking muddled, and he's just in all three worlds, he's just murdering everything, and it doesn't matter anymore. I don't know. That's another thing that I
yeah,
had a problem. I thought he was actually going to set up a nice like nature v nurture thing where each feast turns into a different
yeah.
person, but it didn't happen. He didn't pull it off.
It's I think if you can squint at it and maybe go very high level with it, I would say like the Lucium Viz would be the Viz that wants to disengage from conflict, though
Hmm.
question whether that stands at the end of this book. But yeah, I feel like the farming arc is like sort of representative of his time there.
Yeah.
I would assume Rez is sort of like the Viz who's going to try to work within the system to change things, and then the Obitium is going to be the Punisher Viz, vigilante justice. I'm gonna do this shit myself and score 83.
Yeah.
Um,
And maybe the point is they all end up in the same place. Like maybe that is the point and I missed it. But there's also a point on rest where like work within the system. I've never murdered anyone. He just casually like kills three people in one sentence, and that becomes no longer
yeah,
the case.
and picks up a zombie army that I would imagine is gonna do a whole lot more killing.
Anyway, but not skipping ahead too much. Um, back on
Okay.
back on Viking land.
Our favorite villain, Galchabar, who's very well developed,
Just really
shows up.
nuanced.
Yeah. No, he's got a lot of thoughts and stuff. He's not just a sick freak who likes stabbing.
I'm big and strong, and I want to be powerful.
Yeah. Well, anyways, prisoner time. Lear dies. Very sad. I was shocked when
Oh,
Lear died. I thought
I actually was too.
yeah.
Big
About as
sad.
shocked as when the unnamed first druid died, but whatever. I liked Lear. Sad to see
Yeah,
him go.
I know. He was a nice guy.
Well, at least we
Um,
get to see him again later on the spirit plane.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Visa's taken prisoner for all of 94 seconds of the book.
I mean, talk about something that is justified. I 100% buy that Terra's fucking crossing the heaven and earth to get to Viz.
Oh yeah, Tara's the best. She's my favorite character.
She really is an A+ addition to the cast. Big fan, badass,
Yep.
cute, maybe
But
down.
but flawed. Not eligible for leadership in this world.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, not cute, flawed. Killed
Which,
her.
okay, to be fair, I made fun of that in the last section, but they actually have a good point about why that's the case. Is that
That was cool. That was a
I did
very
like
cool
that.
reveal.
I
Yeah.
did
Do
like
you want to spell that out?
if you cross through the portal between worlds, you have to become physically blemished, like lose an arm,
Yeah.
have a face scar, lose an ear, whatever, and that is their proxy for not letting off-worlders rule, which I thought was smart.
Yeah. That's very cool. Good lore, Islington. It's a fun one.
Yeah, except King Ruark, who is Searoar.
Spoiler. Whoa.
Anywho, Tara breaks him out. They run back to the castle. For some reason, don't continue running to the castle, and she
Meet me in
duels
front of the
Galchabar.
castle at dawn.
Yeah.
What did you think of the fight scene?
I thought the fight scene was well written. I wish Tara would have won. I think it would have been more fun, but it wouldn't
I do
serve
wish Tara would have won.
Silverhand plot.
But I guess it makes sense. Like, Galchabar is a bit of a badass, and I think he has like 150 pounds on her. That's tough.
Yeah.
She did great.
She did great, but realistically, yeah, it's like, okay, it's a teenage girl fighting the main warrior of the kingdom,
Yeah. That's almost, hold on, let me back up. One, we've both been feeling like this series is a little more YA than we initially thought.
Yes.
Two, kind of an inversion of a YA trope that like a small teenager, in fact, cannot beat the strongest warrior in the land. Like, I kind of like that reversion to the mean there.
Yeah, you could see him teetering. Like there were parts
He
of the
wanted
fight you're
to.
like, maybe she's gonna win, and then okay, good. We didn't really jump the shark there. We just wanted to jump the shark in 5 more minutes when he comes back to life.
There's a shark that's gonna get jumped, but it's not here. Okay,
The shark is his
so
papa.
she loses, tough shit, and the king, her father, who in fact does love her, even though he sent her off to warrior camp, decides to trade himself in exchange for the life of his daughter. And was that a good decision?
No.
No. Never enter into a contract with a crazy person. They will break it.
Yeah. Also, just like, I don't know. There's something about sacrificing your whole kingdom for
your daughter?
for one person. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Tara didn't want him to do it. She has a real sense of duty.
She has a warrior spirit. But anyway, he does. Gets his head chopped off. And then
pretty quickly.
Whis gets stabbed in the tummy and thrown in a lake.
Yeah. Real mobster style.
Yeah.
He's going to sleep with the fishes. But you know who's with the fishes?
Papa.
His dad. Just walking across the mossy lake bed.
Let me give you my zombie life force for you to live, is what happens.
Was this epic for you, or is this like, oh, come on?
The latter.
Oh. Why are we filled with such hate?
I know, I'm just jaded, but I love just like, I'm back to fight, baby. I am become a god. Like, my silver hand is
epic
fused
coming out of the lake with a robot arm.
with a fucking mech arm.
Yeah.
And he's just, it's so cinematic. It's so like silly. I don't know. I love it. Like coming out and he's like, he beats the shit out of Galchabar and he's like, flee or die with dishonor, you coward. Like, it's so
and
absurd.
we can't skip over his like brief visit to the spirit plane where he talks to Lear and is like, Lear tells him about the old ways and is like, "Hey, if you
Yeah.
say exactly these words, everyone will stop, and you can actually just have a straight up duel."
Yeah. And it works.
And
And it,
goddamn was he right.
and it wins the
It's
whole war.
it's nice to see that some people still respect the old ways. As an
It's
old
true.
way respecter myself.
Obviously.
Yeah. Um, but that's pretty much it. I wonder if he's gonna become some sort of a cult Jesus figure on this world.
Yeah.
He
Probably. But yeah, the only other thing to talk about is the sea roar conversation, which honestly we don't learn a lot. Just that sea roar is like there's more here than meets the eye. Like don't discount what I have to say. Don't destroy the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on the old, necklace he tries to put on Viz?
Yeah, he
Which is
loves
crushed.
crushing magic torques from interdimensional travelers. That's the theme of this book.
Dude's
Um,
strong as hell.
yeah,
I
what
could
it just
I couldn't yeah, man. That's cool.
I bet he can rip a phone book in half, you know?
Dude, oh my god, are you ready for childhood lore?
Yes.
Whoa! Okay, there
Yo.
was man, fuck, I wish I could remember the name of this group, but basically, there was a group of Christian strongmen who used to travel around Texas and probably nationally, and their whole bit was they would rip phone books. A few of them were really good at spinning plates and basketballs. Like, they could do that thing where they would, like, lie down kinda on their ass with all, their hands
Oh, yeah, yeah.
extended, their feet up, and they could spin a ball on each appendage. That whole thing, so they would come and put on a show, and then at the end, they would give you a big, like, "And that's why you need to accept Jesus." Which I was like, "You know what? I'm buying
Sure.
it.
I'm in.
I'm pretty impressed with what you just did."
That's
Um,
fun. You can just
but
go
yeah,
join
it
the
actually
Christian
was like,
circus.
did you watch Righteous Gemstones?
No, it's been on my list.
There's a plot line where they're parodying these guys. Kelvin, the guy
Nice.
who is in Workaholics, ends up starting a Christian strongman
Oh,
group,
I love that. That's so
which
fun.
I'm sure a lot of people who watch that show were like, "That's absurd." Oh no, my friends, it was real.
It's well
And
researched.
I did attend ripping a phone book. So funny, man.
That's amazing. Wow, good
Fuck is
lore. Good lore corner. Christian
fuck
lore
is up
corner.
with my childhood, man?
Bro, we could do a whole episode on that.
Every time I think I've told you all my stories, I haven't,
No,
and that's
it's a
good.
pretty inexhaustible list.
That one was funny though. That's like only positive vibes. The moths and spanking from last episode was a little more troubling.
Yeah,
Oh
maybe a
well.
little bit. Oh well.
Okay. What were we talking about? Do we have anything more to say about Lucium?
No, but do you want to hear the my immortal quote that I picked for this particular section?
I would love to.
Very
Reminder
well.
to the wait, are we gonna remind the listener what my immortal is?
Harry Potter fanfic written in emo style.
Written by an angsty gothic teen whose favorite band is Good Charlotte.
It's horrific. I actually looked through more of it, and there's some like really problematic aspects. Just want to throw that out there, but parts of it are fucking hilarious to look at.
Yeah, one of the funnier things I've read, but apparently also problematic. So
Yeah, yeah.
be warned.
Very well, Dumbledore said angrily, but we cannot do this. We can't close the school. There's only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she's in the school, and her name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway.
Okay, important note for the listener. Ebony Darkness. Darkness is spelled
It's with an apostrophe.
D apostrophe Arkness, which is the funniest shit.
It's
Oh,
so
man.
good. But that's how I felt when he
Dementia.
that's how I felt when he came out of the water. Like there's only one man who can kill Galshamar.
And his name is Dementia.
His name is Whis.
Whis.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go to Egypt.
Take me to Egypt, baby.
We are in the
Um,
pyramids, baby. Ripped straight from Egyptian terminology. Duat.
Duat, the Egyptian underworld.
This one is instead of I will become a god with a silver arm, it's I will become a god immune to acid. Because basically, let me sum up the first, like, I don't know, 80 pages of this section. Jumps in acid, swims through acid, finds out water is made through people's stomachs,
That
And
was
then
gross.
that was really gross. And then says Vec or rotting gods every third sentence.
Yeah, we did a quick number crunch, and I can't remember the exact number, but it's between 110 and 120 uses of Vec and 40-ish uses of rotting gods, which comes out to you're getting one of those every 4 pages.
Yep.
Are you control Fing right now?
Yeah, it was
Can you
110
look up
Vex.
every other curse word? Does he say shit one time?
Let's see. 0 results for shit.
Can I get a fuck?
Obviously you can get a fuck. We're looking at 0 results of fuck. I'm gonna even
Damn.
look up.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, because
because
he's
it'd be
got rotting gods damn
rotting
rotting god.
gods,
Yeah, okay,
gods
he's gonna say
damned.
damn a lot.
What about crap? What about good old crap?
You don't need to bring that up, man.
No, there's no craps either. Yeah, he really just controlled F. But
Yeah,
there's
maybe
some
that's
funny
what he did.
sections where it's like the way he's using it, our equivalent would be like fuck, fuckity, fucking, fuck, fuck. And it was funny to
Shit,
read it.
goddamn motherfucker. Yeah.
Oh, did you see that we got rated explicit on Spotify?
What?
because because we just said fuckity, fuck, fuck.
That's crazy. This is kid-friendly show.
Yeah.
What about
Maybe
our
I shouldn't have
children
put like
listeners?
the kneecap song as our outro and then cussed a lot.
This is fucking censorship.
All right, let's get into this.
Okay, Egypt. Honestly, man, I don't have a lot to say about this.
Yeah, let me just okay. So after the
After
acid
slime
stuff,
testing arc,
he discovers a magic sarcophagus full of golden weapons, a crook and a flail, which
the magical door he had a PTSD freak out with earlier. He goes back, now a brave boy, and inside is very much a fucking mummy. The description of that sarcophagus is like King Tut ass Egypt bullshit. It's like, oh, it had like a gold and blue striped headband with a snake on it. Oh my lord, come on. And then 2 mystical weapons.
which if he bleeds on can just explode whatever they touch.
That's nuts.
He's just got 2 little fucking guided missiles, and also it doesn't hurt him, obviously.
That is very funny. He's like, I've been thinking about it, and there's something fucky going on with blood. Should I try that?
Should I bleed on this thing? It's the classic Vs just inferring from a random thing he learns. You know?
I wish he tried other stuff. Say, all right, I'm gonna puke on this thing.
Let me spit on that thing.
Mister, look away. I'm about to piss on this crook.
Oh my god! But then he just starts nuking everything in town.
Sorry, I was just thinking about if it actually was spit. He's like, "Get ready to die, motherfuckers!" Hunk to.
Dude, the best would be because Obitium's so like hot and arid that like half the plot would be him trying to find water to spit, and he's like in the middle of a fight, but he has cotton mouth.
He pulls out a glacial cherry Gatorade.
So good.
And now you're done for.
Oh my god. But yeah, he runs all over town punching cleaners and exploding them, which I thought was hilarious.
Bad day to be a gooner, my friend.
Touches them with this little, stick basically, and they fucking
poof. Yeah. Very gory.
The best was his whole plan, because we wondered from part 2, what's his plan with the bridge? He kept looking at this bridge. And his plan is to walk to the middle of it and chop out the bridge from underneath his feet. And
easily the most Looney Tunes ass shit that has happened in this book is the classic standing on a tree limb and cutting the side that's connected to the tree.
How funny was that scene, man?
Yeah. He cuts one part of it and is like, well, fuck, the bridge didn't fall. I guess I'll cut another. Oh!
And I guess it works. I mean, I don't know. He falls in an acid river and kills half the gleaners that fell with him.
Yeah.
Even though they can fly.
Yeah, that's my question. Why aren't they flying?
I don't know. They're super underpowered at this point, because in part 1 we were terrified of them and we would like hide for hours if one was in the area. And at this point, he's inviting dozens of them to one shot.
Remember how ominous Roar's descriptions of the gleaners were? He's like,
Yeah.
"Tell me if you see anything." It's like, "What do we do if we see one?" He's like, "Pray." Like, okay, well, he just fucking ran into a cloud of 30 of them and won by
Yeah.
cutting a bridge out from his under his own feet.
Just gonna call out my issue with power scaling in this book here. I think this is a good portion of it that he just has superpowers now and it doesn't make sense.
Stop neutering the gleaners. But give them a little respect.
Come on, man. They're supposed to be cool. They just look like dumb robots that he can one tap, you know?
Dude, calling them gooners now feels appropriate.
Gooners. Yeah, he's
Okay.
just
So the
smashing
bridge goes
gooners.
out. He falls into the slime river, which is a little tingly, but ultimately does him no harm. And who finds him but Netikrat? He did tell her to wait for him, so
Yeah.
no issues there.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I think this was actually it was melodramatic, but it was also an emotional bow on the story of Netriket and Kaya, of just like,
yeah,
I
I
can't
didn't
save my
mind this.
daughter. No, I didn't mind it. I can't save
Yeah,
my daughter. I have to sacrifice her to save, you know, you and get you into the temple.
I
Um,
don't totally understand what she did or why it was a kind of the end of her.
yeah, I guess she's like
Like
still
I know
tapped
she
into the
like sort of
control
fucking short
matrix.
circuit. Yeah, she
Yeah.
short circuited the security system, but I guess that alerts the larger system, and they're gonna shut her down, something like that.
Yeah. It's like, I guess there's the thinking was that there's like a kill switch in the brains of
Mm,
anyone that's connected to it that helps control them. And one of the goals of Netrica is to like save her and
yeah.
get that, make sure that thing can get taken out. And she figured out it can't. So might as well use it for good.
Was Was Viz's plan all along to do his, like, fucking battle entrance and then return and have them shut off the security thing? Or was the plan to, like, "I'm gonna try to blast my way in. Shit, this didn't work. Let's try something else."
Seems like the latter. I don't think he really had much of a plan besides let's start blasting.
Dude, it's just like if you zoom out and think about everything he did here, it's so weird.
Well, you
Like,
spent
the dance arc
months.
where fucking nothing happened. Then he just
Yeah.
tries to bull rush it, and that doesn't work because it's like a whole army. And then And it's like you can see the way that it worked in the outline because it's like, okay, we had to do the dance arc to figure out that we couldn't save the kid so that we could do this. But then it feels a little too contrived.
Well, it's like, okay, just because there aren't plot holes doesn't mean it's a good
That's
plot.
exactly what I was trying to say before is
Yeah.
like, it can all be justified and still feel bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Like this
yeah,
logically, yes, all of the conditions exist for his entrance into the temple,
yeah.
but it's not satisfying to me.
Are you telling me this is more of an art than a science?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
The okay, but the funny part here is I want to pick this out. This is about my moral thing. He's asking Netriket how to prepare to kill someone. He's like, if I have to kill Ka, like, how do I do it? How do I become the person to kill someone? It's like,
Mhm.
brother, you just exploded like 45
He's during the
people.
scene, he's like covered in gore.
He's he's head to toe in blood and acid from exploding
Let me stop
these.
you there, Viz. You have a bone shard in your hair and some guts in your eye. Let me clean those up.
I thought that was absurd. I just had to call that out. But
That's well, they're
eh,
gooners, dude. They're not
they're
people.
gooners. They're not people. Even though Amhos was getting turned into a gooner and became
Even though
his best
I
friend.
spent half this book with a friendly gooner.
Who, by the way, he's a complete dick to in this section. He's like
Mm.
gives a really rude eulogy to him, basically. And
He wasn't my friend, but we were roommates.
yeah, that's crazy. Anyway,
Yeah.
wrapping this up, he gets in through Kia's sacrifice. He climbs over an hour of stairs. I
Unbelievable amount of stairs. How long does it take to climb the Empire State Building? Can you keep talking while I Google this?
Yeah, you Google that, and then he once again uses his blood to bleed on the door, which opens it. Um, walks into like a normal dude's library. It looks like, you think it's going to be the evil villain lair, but it's just some books and like coffee mugs, like a well lived in living room, which I thought was cute. Uh,
turns out Kyle kind of chill.
and
I
Kyle's
have a
just
I
snoozing and gets
I
stabbed
have an
in the
update on
heart.
our number crunch.
Yeah.
Actually, how long do you think it takes a quote moderately fit person to climb up? To be clear, it's to the 86th floor observation deck.
I'm going to go with like 45 minutes.
Bingo. 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, Viz, more than moderately fit. 2, going much faster than person walking. This is well over 100 floors.
Yeah, that's crazy that this
That's a
pyramid
big
is as
temple, my
big.
friend.
I mean, because like the temples that we know in Egypt are tall, but like, I don't know what,
Let's see
30
how tall
floors, 30 stories,
are
I would guess.
pyramids of Giza. This is good podcast, baby.
Yeah. Listen to us Google slowly.
So it's about 450 feet. How
So
tall is
45 stories, 30 to 45
Empire
stories.
State Building? Oh, this is misleading. Okay, it's 1,250 feet to its
Yeah.
roof.
So we're
We're
talking,
excluding the pinnacle and
so,
antenna.
so roughly we're talking pyramids that are 4 to 5 times taller than the
3
pyramids
times.
we know.
3 times.
Well, because then it's taller. The Duat temple is taller than the Empire State Building.
I don't think. What is it? You're probably right. That's a big
It's a
fucking
big
pyramid,
fucking
my friend.
temple. A big
Jesus
temple.
Christ. If
Also
you
for
ever
it, what's so funny is that it's that big of a temple, and then he walks in and the first room has the sleeping ruler in it.
Yeah, what's going on in the thing? There's
What's
a lot of
underneath?
it's it's all completely bricked in like a weird
Yeah.
Minecraft construction. There's just one room
Okay,
inside.
but to be fair, the only way he could open the door at the top was because he has synchronous blood. So like, yeah, okay. Fine.
Yeah, that
Anywho.
blood do be handy.
Well, that's it. Let's move on.
So, it was sort of a cool anticlimax because he shows up. He's like, "Well, there's a sleeping fellow here. Feels like Ka." Stab. Um, it's sort of interesting in that it's like so fucking different than what I expected.
Yeah, I actually thought there'd be a long section of villain conversation, justification. That would have been consistent with how we've seen other villain reveals of like Viridius or Zero or whatever.
Yeah,
This one is just, I actually kind of liked it. Whereas like, you know what? Before I ask any questions, I'm gonna stab this dude.
yeah. And speaking of things being justified, like this guy is imbued out the ass, controlling such a fucking wide network of zombies and whatever. It sort of makes sense that he would be in like some
Yeah.
kind of stasis, just like observing his kingdom through all of the
Yeah.
people that he's controlling. It's very interesting. I don't know. Like it was
Yeah.
cool, but it does feel like one of those things. Like we'll have to read book 3 to know if it worked or not, but I'll remember it for a while.
Yeah. And I do think what's interesting is it feels consequential. Like we get in rests, which we'll transition into here.
Yeah.
In the conversation with Ka, that like Ka's no longer synchronous. Like Vis is the
Yes.
only synchronous person. Uh, so he did kill him. Like it's not like a cliffhanger where he stabbed it. Well, we'll see in book 3, but it does not feel like a cliffhanger where he stabs him and he's
Yeah.
like, "I'm immortal."
That was yeah. That was my first thought is like, no way this guy dead. But yeah, turns out by all indications dead.
Yeah.
Has that stopped people from not being dead in this book? No.
No.
But doesn't matter. Let's
No.
hope he doesn't have on a Viterium or whatever the fuck they're called. And now we go to Rome, baby.
I don't even know what I want to talk about in here. Can we just skip straight
The de-
to the prison?
the depiction. What about the depiction of the war?
Okay, fine.
There was no depiction of the war. It was a trick.
Yeah. Here's the quote that I pulled from it. Uh, the horror of what I'm seeing, the ache of my legs, the agony of what happened to Aikwa only a few hours ago, it all recedes into a dull, thumping constant, an oddly detached concern when compared to the need to stay alive and find Aiden. The way that he's describing that is how this section felt to me. Like, I
Yeah,
understand there's a big thump in war with like will missiles being launched, which I thought were fucking hilarious.
that is
Um,
fascinating. Yeah.
but it like bleeds into the background. Like, it doesn't feel visceral. It doesn't feel emotional. I don't know. I struggled with
No,
that.
it's we just haven't spent enough time dealing with like the various factions to give a fuck about the war. And
Yeah.
Islington obviously knows that because he doesn't really show it, but also everything was building up to this war. And so it does feel a little strange that like it's not even possible for us to care about it.
Yeah.
Um,
And I
I
think he
don't
wants
know.
to kind of like shock you with the gristle of it into feeling the effects, but it doesn't work that well. I don't know.
And it's just like in a book of this length, like this probably is an issue that could have been resolved by reallocating 50 to 100 pages. And I mean, I could
May-
find 50 to 100
Maybe
pages to
maybe the
reallocate.
chariot race.
To fucking dance arc or a little bit of Viking warrior school or I
Yeah,
mean, just like
of all the things to like chop down in your editing, the depiction of war is as long as the chariot race depiction.
that's wild. That really is wild to think about because yeah,
Yeah.
Chariot was multiple chapters. And it also does feel like a little bit of a missed opportunity because I'm skipping a little bit to the end, but it's suggesting that we're getting into like Viz working within the system and going politics arc next. And we haven't really learned that much about who the important players are. Like it's still just sort of a hand wavy saying like, well, we got
Mhm.
religion and military and governance and they don't like each other. It's like,
But
well,
now
but
everybody's
we need
fighting and it's even
representative.
more confusing, and I don't
Yeah.
really understand who anyone is. Like, there's guys named Tertius Decimus, which literally just means 13.
Man. Yeah. I don't know. I'm assuming this will be corrected in book 3. Like we're gonna get a whole new cast of characters and whatever the
Yeah.
Senate is and
Okay,
but
here's my last piece of disappointment is I I remember the Naumachia feeling, when, like, it's this shocking piece of violence where everybody that first scene in book 1,
yeah.
I was really hoping we'd get something more like that. Like, I don't know, I felt like that was such a good way to introduce a violent act like that, and this just doesn't feel the same.
That is sorta interesting that, like, he's so fond of these big action set pieces, but when he
Mhm.
has war, he just skipped it entirely. It's like,
Yeah.
we're doing dance scene and fornax and chariot race and Naumachia, but the giant civil war that's tearing apart the empire couldn't be fucked to write about it. Okay. So, prison arc.
Yes.
Lanistia's in there. His mom's in there, his bitch mom, and his dad. So,
Yeah.
gotta go get him. Lanistia wait, how am I Equa agrees to go along for the ride, but who is waiting for them but Iroh's angry dad?
Oh,
We
yes,
saw it coming.
the character I think about all the time,
Oh,
the
yes. Remember how Iroh was mad that Viz didn't save his sister? Well, his dad is real mad.
also,
He was like,
Iroh's dead.
yeah, that kinda pushed him over the edge.
Yeah. Um, Also, we have to note that the prison break purportedly, I guess, served a purpose that they were gonna just murder everyone in Sappers, which I think is kinda wild
That was interesting, yeah.
because it takes away the willpower of the faction they wanna defeat.
Yeah,
That's
that
kinda
actually
metal,
is
man. That's
something
pretty metal.
we didn't discuss last episode, which I thought was really cool, which was when we got the famous bench fight.
Yeah.
When those people die, all of their will cascades back down to the people who seeded it. So there's like some sextus somewhere is like, I feel good. Woo! Which is very funny. But that's like a very cool mechanic, like going
Yeah.
back to like the hard magic of will. Yeah, that will doesn't disappear. It just goes
No.
back to whoever gave it. So, yeah, actually kind of a badass plan just to get rid
Yeah.
of the sappers.
Yeah, pretty crazy. I mean, it's metal as fuck,
Yeah.
but, that's the war. Um, but yeah, so he pulls his dad out, he pulls Lanistia out. He does not pull his mama out, which I thought was
Are we not going to talk about Equa?
oh, yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Come on.
Sorry, I got too ahead of myself.
I'm insistent on this because this to me was the low point of the book.
Okay. Talk me through it.
Why I thought it was the low point?
Nah, just the, what
Okay.
Iroh's dad
To
mad. What
yeah,
happens?
Ira's dad is pissed. Why is he pissed? Because his daughter was at the Namakia where thousands of people died in a shocking act of terrorism which Viz stopped when everyone else was running away crying like a baby. Viz goes in, fucking stops it, thrum thrum, gets PTSD. Iroh's dad is pissed because he didn't save his daughter specifically, who Viz did not know, in a crowd of thousands of people.
Yep.
That is like getting mad at the firefighters in 9/11 because they pulled one body out of the rubble but not another. It's dumber than that.
It's dumber than that. Yeah.
This is I don't mind Equa dying, like, honestly, because I don't
Sure.
care about her that much. Like, she's charming, she's smart, but, like, the justification here was so thin and so divorced from, like, any feeling that a real person would have, especially a person who's supposed to be, like, smart. I just I just kinda can't believe like, we knew that this was dumb when it was Iroh feeling this way, and he's 18. And now it's persisted through 2 books, and it's an adult feeling it? Like, this is unbelievable.
Can I add my one extra layer of this, which I think makes it even sillier, which is that
Yeah.
this guy is a senior senator who's involved in like secret discussions about the back end of political dealings. We know at this point that there are senators that paid for the Naumachia to happen.
Yeah.
Like that's public. Like that was part of the confessions that they signed. Like that's part of the cause of
Yeah.
this war. Like what a displaced anger. Like why isn't he like vendettaing every senator that was ever involved in paying the Angui to attack in the first place?
Why didn't you save my kid from my coworker's inside job?
Yeah. What? It's crazy.
Man.
Anyway, but yeah, he squishes her like a bug. Or no, sorry, snaps. Oh yeah. Squishes her head and then snaps Visa's legs like twigs.
And you think that would be trouble for Viz. You'd be wrong.
You'd be wrong, because this man has iron triangles.
Have you heard of an exoskeleton?
Do you like nanobots?
Well, first he just snaps his leggies back into place,
Ouch.
which ha sure, why not? You know? Field medicine. Then comes up with a contraption that I simply cannot visualize that braces his legs and keeps them in place, and he's able to walk on his bloody stumps for, well, a whole war sequence
For multiple days.
and he keeps bleeding, and everyone's like, "Viz, you bleeding, bud."
It's okay. I'm not gonna question it, man. He builds himself a bug exoskeleton, and we're gonna be happy about it.
Okay. Well, long story short, Linistia out, great. Relucia in, potentially great, but I do feel a little bad for her.
Yeah.
I mean, does she have noble intentions?
Um, she's kind of like a we are hurt, so we're gonna make them hurt, so people in the future don't get hurt as bad. So,
Yeah.
I mean, she has her own version of a moral compass with she has intentions positively about society,
Yeah.
but
Methods,
the
TBD.
methods aren't. Yeah.
Namakia feels pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good idea. And no kiss score. Yeah, I really just because all the, anyone military affiliated was in big trouble in the city,
True.
so they all got locked up.
True.
And they make it out.
Yep. And then side quest number 2, find Aiden, convince him to betray his own military
Yep.
and to go on the run with Whis. And yeah, that goes fine.
Honestly, it goes pretty fine. Yeah, Aiden listens to reason, listens to the message from his estranged dad. And, it's only one thing to do at that point, light the beacons of Gondor, throw those metal triangles up in the sky, and wait for Ka to appear.
The most fucking ridiculous. Right after the dog takes a bullet for Aiden, of course.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot about dog.
Then,
Uh,
so the plan. I was trying to like write down them figuring out Visa's plan, which is like ditch the battle, find Ka, negotiate with him, cede to him, become the princeps of military.
All right, Aiden, I'm kinda cooking on something right now. Listen up.
It's
We ally
crazy.
with the enemy. I become I become president.
Yeah.
and then
That's
we
really what
figure it out.
it's. I'm gonna become president.
That
It's
is
gonna
so
be.
funny. It's like, "Hey, there's an opening at the princeps position. I feel like I'm a good candidate. I'm 18, I don't got an arm, and, I'm an orphan.
It's so good.
Could
It's
be
so
me."
fucking good. But anyway, that all works. His little beacon to Gondor does in fact bring Ka, or at least what a Yunktis representing Ka shows up.
I'm pissed off, dude. I thought we were gonna get a Ka reveal.
Yeah, it was not.
I can't believe it. That's annoying, right?
You think Ka would come to the middle of the fight himself? No way.
Yeah, why not? Show up and be like, "You killed the other me. This is not good."
Yeah, that would be more reasonable. But instead we're gonna follow another zombie.
Um, do you feel like Ka is someone we've met before? I know I've asked this, but now we have more info.
I think it's gonna be someone somewhat familiar, but I'm not sure about that. Like I was thinking through all the characters we know, and like we've crossed off the you know, Reese's dad reveal. Like, we've crossed
Yeah,
off some of the
it's
main
like,
one.
not
And also
that, like,
because he stabs the Ka and Obitium and doesn't recognize him. Like, I don't know.
yeah. If it is someone we know, ooh, at this point, it'd be weird because it would probably be like a very tertiary character who I would
Yeah,
have to control F in the previous books to figure out who they are. And it's not gonna be like Viridius or someone. I feel like I'm pretty confident.
no. And more likely than not, if they're controlling all these Yunkti as well, it's a guy sitting in like a house somewhere, like hiding,
Yeah, yeah.
Same as Obitium, but yeah.
Okay, we go to the catacombs, my friend.
Lower
Take,
corner.
take me. I don't even have the. Can you do
So-
this part?
okay. So oh, this is so good. First of all, Ka argues genocide good. Cataclysms are a sacrifice to save the 1 in 10 and prevent the obliteration of 2 worlds and the enslavement of whichever remains. So basically, he is a necessary sacrifice, and he's doing the Lord's work to save the world. The concurrence is not a who, it's a what. That
A
what
computer.
that what is
Oh my god,
fucking
it's a goddamn computer.
it's fucking AI again. AI is the enemy again, just like the series we just read. I actually didn't see this coming. I hate it. A self-contained lattice
I,
work of Yunkti.
I want there to be an evil guy. I don't want them to fight a computer.
No, this sucks, man. Fighting like a thoughtless conglomeration of dead bodies, man. That's somehow
Just
super
break the
powerful and
computer.
smart.
God damn it.
The remnants of a rogue system which once controlled the lives of hundreds of millions of people across the world before the rending. Um, Anywho, there are hundreds of thousands of bodies in these dozens of chambers under the necropolis. They
Coffin
are
flop.
coffin flop. They are kept preserved so that leaders of Res can access their memories and ask them things. That's the reason that is stated in the book.
Yeah.
At the top of each room, there are 3 special corpses in triangles that
Are you sensing a theme?
if he imbues them, they wake everybody up. Uh, and because a
Travis,
Yunctus
is there a special term for this?
I'm getting there. And because a Yunctus can seed far more than it takes to wake them, and that one of the primary strengths of synchronic will is the ability to perform what is called a cascade.
Bum bum bum.
So basically,
Perpetual motion machine.
if he wakes these 3 Yunkti up at the front of each of these chambers, all of the hundreds of thousands of other ones will wake up and follow his lead. So he basically now has control over 1 million zombies.
Are there any notable figures among those zombies?
It might be his entire dead family and his dead best friend. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh man.
Did you want emotional resonance of beloved characters actually being dead? This ain't the book for you.
I didn't want that. I want Calidus back, and I want Fizz to send him into battle.
Yeah. Calidus is about to be the zombie advisor to Vis.
Welcome back, sister. I have a bit of a quest for you.
God, this is going to be good. So basically, we're left with I think the open question for me is Whis going to actually commit genocide to save the world, or is he going to find a better way?
RAFO, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Man, I had a fear that this was gonna get a little Mistborny and be like, "I in fact was staving off the true calamity." Um, and shit goddamn is that the case.
Yeah, that
I
there's
don't know if
always
that's an
there's a middle manager bad guy who's saving the world from the worst bad guy.
yeah. And then it didn't hit me quite right, but then I was thinking, like, if someone hasn't read certain books by Sanderson, this probably hits a lot better, and I, like, don't even know if it's fair to criticize it because I have read that book and it has a similar
Yeah.
plot beat. I don't know. I don't know. It's still interesting, and then I was thinking about, like, if all these cataclysms are necessary and we know that they spare children, something to do with the Aurora alumni, like
Mhm.
people, limiting the world to the people who can't seed yet. Is it that sort of thing? Um, I bet it's something to do with that, but
Yeah,
who knows? Yeah, so I'm excited. I assume Ka will officially come onto stage next book.
right. I think we're gonna have some conversations with Ka. I think that uh I do think that the different visas are gonna have conflict. I think that's inevitable.
Absolutely.
They have different
Yeah.
motivations, they know different things, they have different powers.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Is Seabour a Yunctus?
no.
Hmm. There's definitely a lot of interest in that theory online.
Which Searoar? L or O?
Obidium.
Oh, O Searoar maybe, yeah.
Yeah. It's I mean, I think people are deriving a lot from the fact that he was pretty interested in the Kill Ka mission, and is he like a weapon of the concurrence, sending Viz
Oh,
on this potentially foolish quest to
that's a
go,
fun
mhm.
it's a fun
So
one.
we'll see. We'll see. Um, if that's the case, I bet there are a lot of hints that will show up on a reread once book
Mhm.
3's out. So knowing Islington.
Uh,
Um,
prediction, I think we're gonna get our first proper romance arc in book 3 with
oh,
Tara.
hmm. I like that.
And I think if we get a time skip greater than 2 years between book 2 and book 3, Elvis
Ooh, yes, time skip I think would make a lot of
I
sense
think time skip
because
would be
he's gotta
fun.
ingratiate himself with, like, the Senate. Maybe we show up and he's already become princeps or something.
So that's what I think. I think it's a 2-year time skip. I think he is the princeps in Res. I
Yep,
think in Obitium,
he's
maybe
become
he's like
oh, yeah, what the fuck is he doing in Obitium?
I think he's like going you know how there's all the self-contained cities? There's multiple. I think he's going like city to city, kind
City
of
to city.
replicating the process of killing
He's
no
gotta
marks
track
or
Zero
something.
back down.
Yeah. And then
Um,
in Lyceum, I think he is the king, taking over Ronan's spot, and I think he has a baby with Tara.
okay. I'm gonna give an alternate set of predictions that are
Okay,
just, like, kind of the opposite of what you said.
good.
Okay. 1, on Res, it picks up pretty much immediately, and there's some sort of big secret trial or quest that he has to do to become princeps, a la Chariot Race. And there's like
Mm,
a crazy action sequence, some sort of a secret rites he has to go through. And obviously he does those just fine. On Obitium, he just immediately goes back to Shiror and they follow your plot. And in Lucium, he gets sent to his third school,
mm,
which is Druid School.
that's fun. Here's an alternate take. It's a time skip, but we spend the first 100 pages of him telling a story to someone that tells us everything that happened in the time skip.
His kid.
I don't
Papa.
know. I was just thinking about Adrian.
No. Oh my god, no, don't do that to
Oh
me.
god.
Tell
Anyway,
me about the war, papa.
I mean, we obviously shit on a lot of this particular section of the book.
Speak for
I'm s
yourself.
I'm still happy that we're reading it. I'm still excited to actually see what happens. I think that there are improvements that I would like to to happen,
Yeah.
but, we
To
still read it.
yeah,
It made good things to talk about.
to end on a positive note, one, a lot of interesting questions still being asked, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Like, I don't have any question that I'm gonna pick up book 3 when it comes out.
Yeah,
And 2, like, it's very easy to imagine a a book 3 that is awesome. Like, I know he has it in him, and, like, the world is cool. I think he's a talented writer. Like, it's just, like, some of the overplotting and maybe some of the character issues and, just those things, like but it feels like just fixing those things at the margins, like, this
yeah.
guy does have a banger in him in this series for sure. So, I'll be there. I'll be reading.
Oh, we will be, and, for fans of the pod, thank you for making it through another series with us. We have fun things on the way where we actually we have a couple good options. I think people are gonna be pleasantly surprised with what comes
Should we
out
just
next.
lay out the buffet even though we
Yeah,
don't have our schedule down yet?
yeah,
Okay. So, I think we got a couple things on the table. One is, per reader suggestion and per my suggestion a long time ago, I think we're looking at doing the Ryan Cahill series,
yes.
which I believe is The Bound and the Broken.
Mhm. It's 4
Um,
books.
and oh, from what I've heard, it's a real book 2 is better situation. So,
Excellent.
yeah, like a slightly tropey book 1, but then it comes into its own later. Um, 2, we're thinking about going to the cinema and a little Project Hail Mary double feature. Read the book, watch the movie, discuss. Who didn't like that? 3, go back to Discworld because those are the best books in the world, and why wouldn't we be reading them? Thinking about doing Small Gods, Sanderson's favorite Discworld.
4, throwing it out there. We had a very nice Australian author reach out to us.
Crikey.
Crikey. Not James Islington. He's continues to ignore us.
Hope he
But
didn't listen to this episode.
heyo, this very nice author sent us a couple copies of his books, and I read the first one, and I had a lot of fun with it. So we might end up reading that, and then hopefully having that author on the show, which would be a really fun experiment for us.
That would be a ton of fun, and I'm sure we'd learn a lot and probably make the show better to have an author on because we're getting out of hand here. We need to be
Yeah.
nicer as people.
So
But
one
yeah,
of those 4 sets of things is going to happen over the next month, and please join us
mhm.
for a lot of fun. It's going to be great.
Yeah. And as always, thank you for listening. If you like this, send it to a friend who's also read these books or would just want to listen to it anyways, if there's a person like that out there.
Yay.
And yeah, we'll be back in, I don't know, a week or two, something like that.
Yeah.
Our usual timing.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, I love you. I miss you. I need you.